We are here with Jeff Weaver of the Paris Eagles. What's the Eagles looking like this year? Because like you said, you've graduated one of the most successful senior classes that you've ever had. So what's it looking like now?
Well, Leland, that's true, and we don't want to deny that. We want to celebrate those guys, but here's the truth of it. Our seniors this year have a chance to walk out the winningest class ever. And at the same time, they love those guys, enjoy playing with them, but they're also ready to kind of go out and put their own mark and leave their own legacy on Eagle football.
Have they kind of taken on a role where they're kind of relishing that?
We've talked about put a chip on your shoulder. People around town want to talk about what's been done this, what's been done that, who we graduated here, who we graduated there. We've got some good football players, and put a chip on your shoulder and go out there and play with an attitude. And we'll always appreciate everything that those guys did for us and did for Eagle football. But these guys have a chance to do something special.
Who are some guys on offense, which I think you returned 2 offensive linemen.
Right.
So who are some guys on offense that's going to have to take up a lot of that slack?
Yeah, so, we got 2 offensive linemen back, but we graduated all of the receivers, quarterback, and 2 running backs. Now, a guy named Mason Bradley, who's been a stalwart for us for 2 years already as a linebacker, was a pretty good running back for us last year. We just didn't need him as much there. He'll carry a big chunk of the load, but another linebacker who is also a 3-year starter at linebacker, Andrew Wells, last year sometimes wore 40, sometimes wore 60. He even played offensive line for us, but has really worked his tail off to be an athletic threat for us, and is going to play back there in the backfield as well. We had Chase Watts for 2 years, who set records at Paris at quarterback. Little brother Maddox Watts, who started last year as a cornerback, take over the quarterback duties and has 2 years to try to beat Big Brother's records that he put in there. And a guy like Juan Santos, who had a great season on the basketball court for the Eagles, will step out there at wide receiver. And we've had one guy, a guy named James Yang, who's a kicker for us and will be a 3-year kicker, has already broken some records. He's moved over from the offensive line to our slot receiver, our big slot, has great hands. Guys like that we expect to step in. Sebastian Wells, a senior who's worked his tail off, gets his opportunity. So, we feel like we've got guys there. People just don't necessarily know about them yet.
Well, and defensively, I know the last 2 years, man, you guys have scored some touchdowns on defense. Who are a couple of other names on defense that you're going to be counting on?
Well, like I've already mentioned, Little Watts. He started last year at corner. I don't normally like to have my quarterback out there, but he's going to play. He's going to play probably at the safety position this year. We've got a couple of our sophomores moving up that I think will help at the linebacker spot. We've got some linemen that are coming in that may have to share a little bit 2 ways, but guys like Dalton Bowen, who played last year in some varsity situations. Devin Athey will be a good interior lineman. Christian Holen, who's a 3-year starter at center, is also going to play on the defensive line as well. So we've got some guys there. We're inexperienced, but I don't think we're going to struggle from lack of talent.
One of the hardest working guys on your team or in your program this year may be your bus driver.
I tell you, the AAA was not real friendly to the Paris Eagles this year. Every 2 years they redesign, and I don't want their job. But I strongly disagree with what they did to us on the travel end of it. We're still in the 4-3A, but there's only us and 2 other teams that are still in it. We're going to Hot Springs 5 times. Down Highway 7 on a Thursday and Friday night sounds a little bit crazy to me, but we're just looking at it as a new challenge and go build some new rivalries. I think the kids look forward to seeing some new teams, and just hope those Paris Eagle fans are able to set aside the time and the expense with gas nowadays to get down there and cheer on the Eagles.
Because you mentioned Thursday and Friday night. Thursday night's the junior high, and you guys usually play the same teams.
Right.
I know you were trying to get that changed at
Right.
one point, but yeah, it's it's going to mean for some long nights on a Thursday night.
Well, and that's the kicker of it all. You know, you play at this size school. We play our Thursday night, 7th grade, followed by our junior high, which is 8th and 9th combined, and then Friday night. So if we go to Jessieville on Thursday night, they're coming to us on Friday night. And, you know, you got to get the kids out of school, got to miss class, all of those things, and then get back late and then be back in class the next day when it's a Thursday night game. And it's just real unfortunate. But that's our situation. I feel like our junior high is going to be really good this year, and they're going to go on the road and win some games.
Because, like you said, you are staying in the 3A4. It's just that the 3A4 has changed dramatically, and of course, it's the new reclassification every 2 year, the 2 year cycle. But you've got new teams: Bismarck, Centerpoint, Glen Rose, Jessieville, and Magna Cove. 5 new teams in the same conference.
All in the same conference, and they all were in the conference together last year. So the newcomers actually know more about the conference than the old heads that have been around a little bit. It's just kind of crazy. But you know, we keep Danville and we keep Two Rivers. Perryville got sent off a long ways as well. They're headed north. Boonville went west. Atkins went north. Mayflower moved up. Just a crazy year. I kind of expect it to be a 2-year thing, and probably shift again pretty dramatically in 2 years.
Okay, we've been talking with Jeff Weaver of the Paris Eagles. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks for having us, Leland. This is a great event y'all do for high school football. It's a favorite time of year.
Absolutely.
So appreciate all y'all do.
Thank you very much.